I think 2025 is going to be a pretty classic opportunities and risks year. I think the former will dominate, but enough of the latter to keep risk management near the top of the agenda. Interest rates are coming down, that keeps recession risk very low. That's obviously good news. Australia's been the interest rate laggard, but I think even in the first half of 2025, we'll see interest rates lower in Australia as well. Sectoral divergences, though, have been a 2024 theme, I think continue into 2025. Governments have been more active in the economy, partly because of stimulus elevated spending, where fiscal consolidation has been difficult to find, but also because of government agendas in their own right. Defence, decarbonisation, dwellings all feature to varying degrees across many geographies. That keeps the government policy environment relevant for the private sector, but also the government potentially as a competitor for resources. China's operating very much on a different rhythm. The legacy of debt and changing demographics mean aggregate rates of economic growth are likely to slow. There is a policy response in China, but it's designed to provide the foundations for growth rather than stimulate an active and substantial upswing. We should expect slower economic growth in China over time, but also a continued shift in the mix of growth because of the ageing of the population and the shift in the nature of demand. More broadly, fiscal consolidation is hard to find, and the spectre of 2024's elections hang over 2025. The main theme from elections this year has been votes against the incumbent, less about left or right and more about dissatisfaction. With governments more involved in the economy, the shift in leadership also means the private sector is having to manage more signals from the public sector. I feel comfortable about where the growth environment is at. The competition for resources are the main constraint over harnessing the opportunity set, and there's enough risks around to keep things interesting.